Where do you see the real estate market in Miami in the next couple of years?
Well, Miami's growing. We're like a teenager right now. We're going through puberty. And it's going to be a whole different place in the next 10 years.
Who would have thought, right? I remember like 10 years ago when they said Miami was going to sink and it was going to be underwater.
I mean, look, at some point it will be, underwater, but I don't think it's going to be in our lifetime. Yes, my environmentalist friends will be like, no, look at the map here that they're showing. And I'm like, look, we're going to have flooding. Yes, we already have flooding, but that comes and goes. In the wintertime, we're fine. That's when everybody wants to be here anyways. So it's really in the summertime when people go on vacation, they don't have to deal with the flooding, and then they come back. Nothing's going to be permanently flooded for a very long time. And I lost my train of thought.
This is the best of us. Where the real estate market was going in the next couple of years and that it's growing.
Yeah. So it's growing exponentially. And a lot of people are like, oh, I'm waiting for the market to crash. And it's like, the market's not crashing. If you actually pay attention to everything. So in 2008, the mortgage regulations were way different than they are today. It's way harder to get a mortgage today.
Yeah,
and people don't realize that.
Banking problem, not a...
Right, exactly. So people like to read headlines and not look into things, and they don't want to listen to realtors because they think that we're just trying to sell them another property, and that's truly not the case. If you look at the numbers and you look at historical interest rates, if you look at what happened in 2008 in detail, if you look at all of these different aspects of real estate, you just see it growing. And especially with South Florida being such like a Novus metropolitan area, there's only room for growth, especially with the affluent the affluent residents that are coming into making South Florida their new home. The Google, the Amazon, the Apple that's coming here and building out their offices so that more talent can come here. We've been announced as a tech hub. Like, we're just getting started.
So would you say that you definitely don't see Miami real estate prices being what they were like in 2020?
No way, Jose. No way. Whoever bought in 2020 banked. They banked. If you want to sell today, you're going to profit.
For sure.
And that's just in 4 years.
No doubt.
Almost pretty much double.
If you had to say that you want to leave a legacy in both real estate and your environmental efforts, what would you say that legacy is?
It's kind of, I guess, because for me, the two go hand in hand. I profit constantly off of land. So if we don't preserve the land that we are getting to profit off, that we get to enjoy, the reason why people move to South Florida to enjoy the water sports, to be able to go walk on the beach because they either can walk to the beach or they could drive to the beach in a matter of minutes. All of these different elements are very important. So if realtors are not mindful of these things and we don't preserve what we profit off of, how are you going to continue to make money? So that's why I like to have these conversations. That's why when I speak to realtors, I bring these different conversations up, because nobody's necessarily thinking about it. They're just thinking about the money and, oh, Miami's so great. And it is great. But why is it great? Because all of the natural elements around it. And then obviously the people that, make the community that it is.